Hi, thought I'd do a quick video. It's been a while since I've done an update on my ESA merging to universal credit thing. I had issues with for weeks. I mean, you're talking about 6 weeks. I was phoning up and leaving messages on my journal. Nobody was picking up my messages. And in a nutshell, I kept leaving messages over the fact that my money is wrong. I'm like £70 about that short. Help, basically. So I want someone to have a look at it. And the best bit is that everybody was telling me I was wrong. I was making a mountain out of a molehill. It's been assessed, it's been looked at, it's correct. And I thought, no, it's not right. And I even went on paper, wrote down exactly what I used to get and then compared it to what I get now. Yeah, I was £70 short. I know that I'm paying back like a budgeting loan, which I was given to help me whilst I was waiting for my money to be set up. But even so, even if I was paying some of that back, it wouldn't have been £70, £140 a month. It would have really left me stuck. So anyway, I then phoned, I kept leaving messages on my journal, waiting for somebody to get back to me. And when they did sort of once or twice did get back to me, they answered one part of a question, but they didn't answer the main part of the fact that I was being paid short. And, I kept phoning up if nobody in the end answered me on an email, on the journal thing. I can't get used to this journal, it's stupid. And no one was getting back to me. And no one was responding to what I was actually putting. And I felt like I was going crazy. So anyhow, I phoned up the universal credit number. And I got put through to some chap who was really rude. I was so stressed out, I was almost crying. And I said, look, I feel like I'm screaming in a room and no one's listening to me. And he says, your journaling doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And I says, but it does. And I said, I'm trying to explain to you, I would get this on my industrial injuries benefit. And I always got that before I got the ESA. And and then I just don't understand why I'm being short. I says I was transitioning over with protection because I was in the support group. And anyway, this guy you could hear him huffing and puffing in the background behind, over the phone. And he was like, your journaling doesn't make any sense. It's, no, that's why no one's answering you, because it doesn't make any sense. And anyway, he hung up. We got disconnected, but I feel he hung up. Anyway, I then rang again and thought, please don't give me back the same guy. And I didn't. I got somebody else and I explained to him and he understood exactly what I was saying. And I was like, thank you. And he says, hang on a minute, because I said, I was so stressed over this. I said, there's a job centre not far from where I live. I'd be happy to go down and, speak to somebody face to face. I would love an appointment. Can something be sorted out? I need someone to sit down and just go through it. And if it's right, it's right, but it's not right. It's wrong. It's very wrong. Anyway, I just felt like I was going mad. And, this guy was lovely. He put me on hold. Says, I'm going to be gone for a little while. He says, but stick it out. I'll be back. And he did come back on. And he says, I've got an appointment with somebody to phone you over from the job centre, your job centre, to sort out an appointment. And I wondered, and then that was that. And I was like, thank you for your help. Anyway, I thought, I don't know if it's today or tomorrow, or whenever that the person's going to phone me back. So anyway, I then left a message on the journal and no one the person that responded did not respond to the question of me getting a phone call back from the job centre. It was just telling me basically that I was wrong. Let me just have a swig of my coffee. My mouth is so dry. Yeah, he just kept telling me I was wrong. And I just wanted to scream, it was like, oh my God, no one's listening to me. I thought, well, hopefully someone will call me back. Anyway, next day, this lady did phone me back, and she says, I explained to her, and she was writing, could hear her writing things down, and she was looking, and then she said to me, she says, I know what I'm going to do, because she says, this is not my section. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you like this for somebody to look at this as quickly as possible, from from the merging over side of things. And they can advise you better and really have a look at your thing. And later on that evening, I had an email, and it basically said, so she obviously had escalated it, and whoever it was had picked it up. I was right. They were wrong. Very sorry. And I was like, oh my God, thank goodness for that. I just wanted to cry when I saw the email of, you're right, we're wrong. And I was back paid. And so that was sorted out. So that was nice. And we, it's been sorted out. And now I'm as I should be paid. And I've told people on the Facebook group that's like with people stressing out over merging, that, if you feel that your money is being paid wrong, argue it, keep arguing it, and don't stop until you get a response. Because it happened to me for 6 weeks, and I felt like I was going crazy, and no one was answering me, no one was responding, no one was wanting to listen and look at it. My PIP, I've been awarded highest mobility still, and then I've now been awarded highest living. I got back paid a little bit of money for a few years. I've been awarded for 10 years, which is just fantastic. There is this thing going on. I don't know much about it because I don't watch the news. I don't watch the TV much. And I'm trying not to get too stressed out about what's happening at the minute, about these benefit things, and possibly things could be cut and all this, that and the other. I'm trying not to think about it. And a lady from the support, there's like this group that I go on, she said to people, try not to worry. It's saying the people that don't work, that are faking, the ones that are managing to fake the system, wheedling them out and getting them back to work. So we'll see what happens. But at the minute, I'm trying not to think about all this and not stressing out and that. Could you imagine? There's no way I could go back to work. This is what I looked at. They looked at when I worked at Asda on the checkouts, and I was off sick for 12 months. And then it was the point of like, you either come back or we sign you off for permanently for good on the sick. And the lady who was like a OT, she said, even if you came back to work, an hour would be too much. There's no way you can work. A couple of hours would be too much. You'd be literally asleep, and you'd be catching up exhausted for the next few days. So anyhow, there's the stress, and it just worries me that, oh my God, what if, and I'm trying not to think about it at the moment. So my dad has just been over, and he was like, oh, what are you thinking on it? Are you worried? And I said, no. I said, I'm trying not to think about it. I'm trying not to worry. Yeah. So I don't know much on it, and I can't get worried over what I don't know. So it's just a case of waiting and seeing what happens, and taking it from there, you know. It's pointless stressing about it until the inevitable, until something happens, if it's going to happen. But I've just been awarded a 10-year award, which will take me to when I'm just turned 60. But yeah, there are people out there that are knowing how to wiggle the system and get what they want. And the stress, you know, the decent people, the people that are genuinely sick, are like stressing out now. Yeah. Anyhow, like I say, I'm trying not to worry about it. Just see what happens. Right then, I'm gonna what do you think to my wig as well? I absolutely love this. This is Zala from JB Extension, found on TikTok shop. It's bloody gorgeous. It's lovely. It feels nice on, and I love it. It feels really natural, and it's lovely. I just had to bung it on. I just had to try it again because I love it. But I've got a couple of other wigs coming, and when they arrive, I'll do a video, so you can see how they look. But this is definitely my favourite wig. It's just beautiful. I love the silver. It's like a really light, natural tone. It's gorgeous. So yeah. Anyway, I'm up to date now. I've kept you in the loop. I've managed to... The adaptions are technically completed. I've got a guy coming to do the extractor fan update. And that's it. I'm finished. I would have thought the OT would have come out to have had a look around everywhere at the finished bits and pieces, but she hasn't. She said she was going to. I don't think she's going to bother. Especially after I asked the question about the doorway being painted, and she just basically ignored me. So, anyhow, I love it. I love this wig. It's fabulous. Anyway, I'm going to go. Catch you later. Bye.